What up, Tube, and welcome back to another daily edition of Big Al's Barber Vlog. Let's get into this Sunday, guys.
Every day is snowing since I was told that you don't want me. Baby, you're just calling. You know I try to hold on to where there's no you.
So it's Sunday today, guys. Today normally I don't vlog, but today I am gonna vlog because today me and my apprentice are going to go see Bossio and S-Scrap Blends, and they're putting on a Look and Learn over here in LA somewhere. I don't even know where it's at exactly, but I gotta find out the directions. But me and my apprentice, who's also my son-in-law, we're gonna roll down there and check this out today and see how it's going over there. Take you guys with me. Raul just got here. Raul.
Hey, what's up?
Me and Raul, that's my apprentice. You guys already know Raul. Well, we just got here right now. We're about to head into the Look and Learn and check it out. See what's going on over here with these guys. Stay tuned. We just got here, guys. We're here at the shop. The Chris right there. Beautiful shop right here. Show you guys everything real quick. A lot of people here.
Can we go ahead and let him know that we appreciate him?
Yes.
It's definitely an honor to cut alongside of him. I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually a manager at the Land Lakes location, one of our Headlines location. Chris is obviously the owner of Headlines, but he works in our barbershop as well, so I get to cut alongside of him. And it's been an amazing experience. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. First, let me ask a question just to kind of fill out the crowd. How many's been cutting for a year or less? All right, cool. 5 years, around 5 years or less. Anybody around 5 years? Okay. Do we have any veterans, 10 years or more? All right, there you go. What's up? It's good to have you guys here. And you're still, continuing education, which is phenomenal.
Always.
So thank you
Always.
for that. Anyway, so today we're going to go ahead and cut his hair. So basically with him, whenever we brought him in as a model, he wants to keep the top, so he doesn't want to lose anything. He's willing to cut some off the side. However, he does want to keep it kind of fuller in here. We talked to him about different skin fades or whatever, and he's given us some liberty, but he's kind of scared to just, go too short. So we are going to do like a high taper on the side and the back. However, we want to clean this area up some. So what I would normally do, and I'm going to cut from this side so that they can see, and then most people will be able to see on the screen as well. what I like to do is basically I want to figure out what, how much hair he has here on the side before I shape it up. And basically what I'm trying to do whenever someone when they have curly hair like this, they want to keep it full. I want to, obviously we're going to tighten up at the bottom. So I want to make sure that we have the right angle. And a lot of times people would start with guards, but I prefer just to go ahead and comb it out. I mean, we can separate it if you want to, put some clips in there. Can everybody see that? Okay. But what I prefer to do is start out with clipper over comb on a cut like this, so I can kind of get the shape that I'm looking for. So obviously, we could come in over the ear, right? And I want this to be clean over the ear, and I want it to be tighter. But if you notice, see, I'm pulling my comb out at an angle. You always want, if you're gonna have a fade, it's gotta be longer up top. And some people lay that comb straight up against the head. And if you're trying to fade it out, it kind of defeats that purpose. I know that this right here is probably, a little thicker than a number one. So I'm not worried about, skinning him or anything else, but I want to make sure that I feel the head, I got the pressure on there, and then I pull out to an angle to kind of get, the degree that I want. And then we'll do a little clip over comb. And sometimes what I do, if I want to take it up higher, but I still want to leave that full length, I just move my comb up higher. If you've been on my page and you've seen some really low fades that have that real thick full look, I start off getting the shape that I want with the clipper over comb. But there again, if I have it straight up against the head, you're going to notice it's going to be tight. The farther I bend this out, the more of that length that I'm going to get. So a lot of times people are like, how do you get it so short, to so long, so quick? Flip over comb, make sure you have it at the angle that you want. So, it's like that. At the angle that I'm at. It needs to be like that. And I want everybody to see also. So being we're going to do a high taper and he wants to keep this kind of fuller, I want to keep that clipper over comb, because it's shorter right here. We're going to take it a little higher. But I want to keep it when it's like a lever play is what we call it. So right now, I'm going to go about halfway. I'm going to pull the skin kind of tight. I found that whenever you pull the skin tighter, it helps land better.
Just to point out, guys, he's using the fade blade on this Phantoms. It's not out yet, but I believe that they're coming out with them May or sooner around there.
Yeah, so the fade blade, it cuts closer. The blade's a lot thinner than the thick blade that comes on it.
What's cool about this fade blade is that the teeth are curved. They're not really pointy. They don't. You know how the fade blade on the wall or the Masters snags the skin? This fade blade doesn't do that.
And as I start getting lower,
So I'm gonna have to get that.
You'll notice that I start, as I'm working towards the line, I start going underneath the lines into the line. So I'm just kind of flicking at it. And right now, to remove some bulk, I may use more of the full blade. However, most of the time I cut, especially when I'm doing detail work, I get in with just the corner of the blade. Now this one is not zero gap, which I zero gap all of my stuff. And so I'll probably have to grab them JRLs really quick to get the line out.
Zero gap.
Or he doesn't zero gap his. I like everything to stay like super hard. So without going to the JRLs, I can grab either the Andis or whatever. And now to get the lines out that you were talking about, what we want to do is stretch whenever I found that whenever you're doing a skin fade or you're trying to knock out lines, if you do that circular motion, it's almost like an eraser or something. You want to see me right now? I'll come back later. So, you think that you're cutting hair that's already been cut. You create new lines. So now I took that, so I went with the ball, and I went half, or the open blade, and then I went to the 1.5, and then I did the one open right under that and kind of blended into that. One closed. One closed, and then now I'm going back to where I started with that open blade. I'm just going to start using the corners. You'll see there's some dark spots. I just use the corner right now open to kind of flick at those spots.
They really put a lot of pressure, right?
It looks like I'm putting pressure.
A lot of pressure.
I'm barely tapping. That's a big, I just look like I'm...
You got heavy hands.
Hey, at my shop we call that the claw, dog. The claw.
Very, very gentle. And that, honestly, saying that, I prefer to let the clippers do the cutting. That's one of the things that I see that I get people that will actually sit in my chair from another barber's chair in the shop, and simply because they're like, dude, every time so-and-so cuts my hair, it looks amazing, but it beat my head up. And, you know, I mean, when you're in a rush and you're trying to go through people's hair, you're digging in with the guards and everything, it does hurt.
Skin's all red and everything.
Yeah. So right now, I have it closed. There again, right?
Yeah, so from that's another panel. Everybody has their guidelines that they use, but those in between those guidelines, I call them panels. I like to blend out panels. Like instead of taking out lines, my idea is to blend the panels. When people have the mentality, I'm gonna take out a line. You're trying to take out a line by creating another line. It doesn't make sense. Right?
You gotta finish one panel at a time.
Yeah, you finish one panel at a time. The idea is to blend the panels out. Then you move on.
Right, again, you got JLs? So I've been using your back is killing you, and you're like, dude, how do I do it? So just spread your legs out. Keep your body straight. Spread your legs out. Drop down, you know, like that. And then
Drop down.
it saves your back.
If somebody in the shop makes fun of you, just let them know it's a veteran move, bro. You'll know
That's right.
It's a veteran.
Don't worry, I'll teach you how to do it. Get off on your back starts hurting.
Work smart, not hard, you know what I mean? Yeah. Spin your chair around.
Boom, creating a line there. And sometimes what I do, if I'm doing, say, like a high taper or even a low taper with, say, like a 3 all over, I knock the whole thing down with a 3, and then I'll go ahead and I'll edge up the front, I'll create that line, I'll go over the ear, create that line. So everything is done at that point except the taper. You know what I mean? So it's already done. Now I just have to tap on that a little bit, tap on that, boom, get out. But I try to move and get the bulk of everything done first, and then I come back in and just, do a lot of the detailing. Obviously teaching, it's a little different as far as steps that I might use inside of a barbershop. Simply because we want everybody to see one angle and the steps that take place. But once you have your steps down, it moves quick. Not this one. I'm going to, I'm going to make some. So I have so many people. And then once I get the guidelines done, I'll come in and create my second guideline with my blade open. Been doing it for so many years, it just turns into a job. And when we got these, we literally like, dude, we want to wake up in the morning just to go try it. You know what I mean? So, and that's why I bought detachable clippers also, just to, I like getting new stuff. So whenever the Gold FX came out, I was all over them, and I was like literally, if y'all don't know, Bossio's blessed. Companies send them clippers before they come out. And thankfully, he works in the same shop, and he always walks over and says, hey, try these out, man, tell me what you think. So for me, I get to use all of the new clippers before they come out. And whenever those came out, I was like, bro, please, I don't beg. I don't beg. Like, please sell me those gold clippers. And I hate the gold, I hate the shiny stuff. Some people want them because they're real shiny. I usually paint my stuff. I'm matte black. As you can tell, I like black. Makes you look skinny.
Hell yeah.
It also keeps, like, if you're working with light, man, that reflection, I have sensitive eyes, so it really messes with my eyes. So I like everything to be as dull as possible.
I like it look bigger on pictures and stuff like that.
It's true.
It's true.
The gold ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look heavier too.
They're so light.
Hey, you gotta do a review and give you those.
It's like fading with a mag light, huh?
Yeah, I'll probably get a pair of it.
We know you're gonna get
So long.
He's got it every other clipper. Next up, I'm going right back to the 1.5 pros.
Somebody quits from the shop, leaves in the bad nose, trying to get a job across the street, goes for an interview, sits down with you. It's that blade, or they made me a taper blade, because I swore by the taper blade. They made me one that's thinner than the one that comes with the original Cordless. So it's completely graphite and it's thinner. If they come out with that blade, and between that blade and the one that they made me, like it becomes a monster.
You ever used the one that they did?
Huh? I don't have that clipper with me. I try to leave a set at the shop and a set here, so.
So I just use the this is the 4.5 3/16. I use this kind of as a tube. So if I open the blade up, it's pretty much like a tube in it. So if I'm doing a fade, and like I said, I start with another tube, I just open this up, go into it, and usually Sweet Pro Barber, he has some tutorials, but he kind of put this challenge out where he only uses 2 blades, or 2 guards rather than fade. Yeah. This one, and then this 0 guard. So that's all I've been using lately. So it's 2 guards, and what's cool is I bought 3 of these. So I have them sit all JRL sitting on my station. I have one that has no guard, one that has this guard, and the other one that has this guard. So I don't have to even change my guards. I'm just turn around.
Switch it
Set them down,
Yeah, BJR.
How do you clean them?
Y'all really sell the clippers, Chris. You gotta sell them. You 360.
Oh, we sell a lot.
You gotta sell the clippers.
Something that I learned as we grew our business, smaller businesses, they see everybody as competition. Where big corporations, big companies, they see each other as like collaborators. Like we're setting the bar for an entire industry. So they work together a lot. More than you guys would imagine. Like a lot of companies don't want to step on each other's toes. Right? So like Walh came out to call a senior, and they decided we're gonna come out with our T outliner, right? Instead, we'll come out with our masters later. Right? So like that's the type of and then that way everybody wins. Everybody makes money. So that's one of the things that I learned as we built our company. We started talking to a lot of these guys who literally run these companies, bigger companies. The conversations are a lot different than the conversation I would have with another barbershop owner.
Yeah.
Right? So it's pretty cool.
Tomb45 gonna make a clipper?
What's up?
Is Tomb45 gonna make a clipper?
Yeah, we'll definitely make one soon. Not soon, but it's definitely in the timeline.
What's it gonna be like?
Yeah, we'll make it good.
What's it gonna be like? What's it gonna have?
It's hard, bro, because like you have all these ideas, and the thing about clippers is the thing about anything like the Cordless Compressor XL, right? You have to get molds done, right? Molds are very expensive. If you've ever tried to get anything made, just every little piece, a button, the little thing that goes onto the clippers on the bottom that you hook onto something, those are each molds, and on average, each mold is like 30 grand.
No shit.
Yeah, a lot of these clippers, just one clipper is going to cost you $500,000 from the ground to build from the ground up. Right, so it's very expensive. Like that XL was no joke. That's from the ground up. Our own mold, our own tooling. So after you get the mold, you need the tooling. And what the tooling is, it pretty much is what keeps every single clipper or tool consistent. It's made consistent, right? So like, it's a lot of money. And then that's just for the shape. What about the technology that you're gonna put inside of it, right? You gotta be able to make that. If it doesn't exist, you gotta make it from the ground up. There's even more cost. So I have a lot of ideas, but I won't know until I get into the lab and we actually start working at it. And a lot of things might work, and all the way up to the last day, it's just a chip that tells the clipper to turn off after 5 seconds or something like that, or 5 minutes, right? Just that chip could ruin the entire. Like you built the whole thing up, you add that chip, and it doesn't work. It doesn't even turn on anymore, right? Then you gotta go figure that out, right? So it's a lot of work, man. So I don't know what I would do. I know everything on my wish list, but yeah, I don't know. Just know like we're gonna aim to do best.
I have a question about
Yes.
I mean, because I got them already. I put them on my.
We need that. So like for us, that's more important. That's more of a priority than a clipper line, right? So those are like the team meetings we have weekly. Those are the conversations we have, and you're constantly trying to. The route looks like this, and you're trying to stay straight because you get an idea, you get an opportunity, and all of a sudden you take the opportunity and there goes the barbershop. Was it really worth it? Right? I don't know.
Are you planning to have schools all over? Or just
The plan is to have barber schools in every major city.
I think that's like really needed. A lot of schools shut down because of all that stuff.
There's not many of them in that area.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's not going to be hard to create a better school. It's going to be hard to scale, right? So like, I'm not going to be able to create every single school. We got to be able to build the culture and the team to be able to, build every place. Yeah, every place has to be a pretty damn good school. You know what I mean? So
I think considering that's a standard, I think.
it's not even about the I don't.
And even whenever I'm trying to, I went over clip over comb, but he's got so many curls, so there's gonna be some stuff coming out. I like to go ahead and put my fingers on his head. The same thing. I'll kind of pull my fingers out. Obviously, they get fatter at the top, thinner at the bottom. So you already have a little slight angle already. Right? Sometimes I'll go in and I cut my finger like that because I can't see that item on it. But anyways, I'll come in and just.
So it goes right. It's ready to go. Pour it in the machine.
Is that a different tone to it?
So on the gun. This is actually the trigger gun that's coming on the XL. So
I had a question. If you wanted a little darker, you got a little more.
XL has a
Layers.
Couple layers.
Do layers. So this is it on my skin.
All right, so I
Right on the bottom is brown.
It's brown.
It's just about how many layers you put.
Yeah, whenever we apply this, obviously, to allow it to last longer, you need to wipe it down with alcohol. So a lot of people, even if you spray any kind of color, if there's oil, the color is connecting to the oil, it's going to wash off. People that have dry skin, a lot of times it soaks up and it lasts forever. This stuff.
I don't know how you do it, but it lasts like 7 days.
It's true.
Yeah.
So what I like to do too is when I'm applying color, have you ever looked at a picture or even a video and you're like, dang, that looks Photoshop, A lot of times, obviously you need, some of them are. You need to have a good foundation. I think the cut itself should be good. But anyway, so what I like to do when I spray on color, I want to come at an angle. And now I know I'm going to spray up in this area, so I don't mind if that gets on there. And I kind of touch it up. Just do it over my stuff. All right, so I'll put that on there. But then something I do though, now you already see that made the line enhanced. I'll go in there and spray where I see those white areas. So I'm not spraying on the fade, but I'm putting it up in those light areas, right? So that way you're getting a darker look. You just kind of, if you can do the same thing on skin fades or whatever. I like to get it in there on the skin. And some people will be like, oh, you put stuff on the fade or whatever.
Thank you for fixing it.
Money's still green.
You know, I shave gel better just because dry shaving. Like whenever somebody dry shaves my face, oh my god,
The irritation, yeah.
it's so bad, you know. So, and normally I would also, like right now I'm actually shaving down. Normally I would lean the chair back, shave up against it.
Are you using the full exposed blade or the one that's more recessed?
I wanted to be. So they had all the barbers, I think it's like 14 barber chairs. They were all full. They said, we don't have any room for you. And I was like, dang, I feel like I'm supposed to be a part of this team. And they said, well, in about a month, we're opening up the location I'm at in Orlando. And they said, do you want to wait? I said, and I felt it so strong, and I believe God's going to take care of me. So I said, yeah, I'll wait. So the next day, because I'm literally like, God, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. I'm just going to trust you. I feel like you said be a part of this team and headlines, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to wait a month until this shop opens. The next day, I moved to Tampa, knowing it's going to be a month. So I thought I'll just unpack boxes, do stuff like that, get my house ready while my wife was working. The next day, I got a call from one of the owners, and they said, hey, we got a guy at the new Tampa location. The reason I want to be there, the location's in a great spot, but it's popping. Non-stop clientele. So the next day, he called me and said, hey, there's a guy that needs to take off for a month. Can you fill in for him? I was just like, wow, it's so amazing, man. So, I thought I was going to have to go a month. So the first day in the shop, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody in the area. I thought, man, I'll have to build a clientele slowly. And I thought, man, this sucks because it's going to take me a month to start building clientele. And then I'm going to be in a new location. Well, the shop is so slammed. My first day there, they told me, okay, download the app and put your name on it, and it'll show when people, sign up with you. My first day there, I think I made over $400. I was booked all day long. I opened up the app, and I was like, I think they got the wrong guy here. I don't know anybody. I got all these points. They're like, they're so busy, they just need somebody to cut their hair. So with that, I started doing the clientele, and I was like, hey, man, I'm going to be right down the street, just hanging out. And whenever I wasn't cutting hair, I'd grab the broom, start pushing the broom. I was answering the phone. Headline Barbershop, is Lewis there? He said, there's Lewis in here. But because of that, people took notice, and then Danny, one of the other owners, he said, hey, can I meet with you? I said, yes, sir. I was there about a week. He said, you like Starbucks? I love Starbucks. He took me out of Starbucks. And he said, man, I've been paying attention to you. What do you think about managing that new location? And I said, we'll give you a discount on your rent to manage the shop. I said, hey, I'm all about discounts, So to make a long story short, I went ahead and now I'm the manager there. So he was in a different location as well. He was in the North location. So I still didn't know him. I didn't know about YouTube and all this stuff. And then I started hearing about him a little bit. And then it just so happened that he came to our shop and started working there. And it's in that time that we became great friends. I got shoes on this way. And we became good friends, and then I cut his hair. So then I'm his barber, Perez's barber, Matt's barber, Loco.
All kinds of community service.
That's where the magic happens, right? But if I can get through the system as quickly as possible, I run a 30-minute appointments. That allows me to kind of, shut it off when I need to. So when I was cutting hair full time, I was doing minimum 20 haircuts a day. I was doing about 100 haircuts a week. I was making some pretty good money. But I had everything systemized. When my next appointment was coming in, I'd get a notification on my phone. I had 10 minutes left. So I need to turn it up. That's where I should be detailing, right? everything was kind of in place. Now people fell behind, people ran late, I fell behind, but I always kind of knew how to catch up. I would be able to check my app and see, okay, let me text the next 2 people, let them know I'm running 5 minutes behind. But on this third person, I know I'll catch up. Okay? So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start to bald him out because it's so short. Typically, I would do block graduation all the way through first, right, to create my silhouette. But it's so short right now. This is what my haircuts would look like after I created the silhouette, the shape, right? With a crop top, it needs to be square. It can't be rounded. It's just not gonna look right. You have to have a perimeter, and that perimeter needs to run through into his actual hairline. The reason why it's called a crop is because if someone has a bigger forehead or they want a smaller looking forehead, you're cropping, right, the size or the symmetry of it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay? So really great for people like me who are receiving in their corners, right? It's perfect, right? This is how you write a prescription for somebody. You don't give somebody with a receding corner a comb over, right? What does that do? It's going to show that corner, right? You have to, there's so many different ways that we can solve problems for our clients, but we have to know what works and what doesn't work. Right there, just in the consultation, just by educating your clients, just by sharing some ideas and planting seeds, you've already changed the experience, right? They've never experienced somebody to say, hey bro, let me ask you a question. What don't you like about your hair? Have you guys ever asked your clients that? Yeah. Right? And if you do you know how to solve that problem that they bring up? Right? Do you have an answer? Do you have a reply? Right? Sometimes we're just like, yeah, that just happens, bro. It's just your hair. Right? So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and cut the hair. Again, I have my perimeter in place. If I was to start from scratch, I would wet the top. I don't have any water. Is there water bottle? If I was to start from scratch, I'd wet the hair, and I would go straight into connecting the round of the head to the sides. Not the top. Am I spraying? Good. I would go right into connecting the round of the head to the sides, not the top. Okay? So I take a parting.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any way we can turn on these fans?
What do you say?
Turn on these fans?
No, it's not. I don't own the shop, so I don't know. Anybody know how to turn on the fans?
They're just for looks.
Because it's short enough. But that would be my traveling guideline all the way through. This should take maybe 3 minutes. I'm sorry? Yeah, right at the Prado Ridge, yep. Because we're going to prepare this for a fit.
I like square.
What'd you say? Yeah, this crop top's going to be
Tuesday will be nice.
I'm going to teach this more in depth on foundations as well. Okay? Now, notice I'm going down a little bit. Why? Because my perimeter drops, right? So my parietal ridge drops. Parietal ridge is right here where it starts to curve up. But if you notice, it starts to drop, right? This is why I contour my fades. It's to stay balanced. Because if you go up, if you go straight across, for example, you're going to go run up too high, you're going to run up too high into the sky, and then go later on. If you get lost, if you have to look for certain spots and detail that way, it's gonna affect your efficiency. We want to be able to have quality and efficiency, marry them together. That's how you get good. Okay? Because I don't want to stay in your chair for too long, right? So my blade is halfway open, right beneath where I just left off. Now it's a quarter of the way open, right beneath where I just left off. Okay, now it's closed. We just take that line right out.
You're going down.
So bad.
What'd you say? You timing me?
You're timing me.
You can't tell me I'm teaching. Did you guys, any of you guys go to Barbershop? I started cutting locals there at the 12-minute mark. In between that 12-minute mark, they stopped me to give me an award. I taught, I educated, I spoke to the crowd and did the haircut that little time. So, like if I'm really trying to cut hair, I'm really trying to get people out of my chair, I can move. But again, it's about a balance. All right, so my next step is what, guys?
Number one open.
Number one open. So boom. This is one panel. We erased it. Okay. My next panel is with my one open now. Okay. And same thing.
You do that first. He's just going opposite now. He's playing from the bottom up.
One open and kind of just bring it all together. Again, not moving on. Alright, you can use your 1.5, or you can use your one open, and you're just using pretty much the back of the blade, the back of the bar, kind of like that. See how it kind of flicks out for you, that shape that comes off? So I would use that if I wanted to skip the 1.5 bar. It's focusing on faces.
So you're not flipping on the teeth at all?
No, I'm just literally going like this. I don't do a lot of flicking out motion. I just go up and down, right? Why is this focusing on face? Focus on face. It's coming together little by little. I try to spend 10 minutes on the fade and then move on and then come back and detail. That way my eyes don't start playing tricks on me, right? Because when you're focused on the same thing for too long, you know what I'm saying, your eyes will start lying to you.
The point of the return.
Yeah, exactly. So you overcut. Like, but listen,
It works.
You gotta come to work every day excited to go to work, right? There's a lot of people who stop early. There's a lot of people who stop going to shows, stop going to classes, because they're tired. They're tired of the same thing. I used to wake up in the morning. I remember, I used to allow hot towel shades. I hate doing hot towel shades.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Some people love it.
I love it.
You love it. I hate it. I can't stand it. I took it off my schedule and I started waking up the next morning a lot happier. I dreaded seeing hot towel shades on my schedule. I just don't like doing it. So it's okay to be, to be somebody who does a hair blow dry every single client. And it's okay not to do it. Make sure that you're happy with your practice. Make sure that you're happy with the service of your client. There's a niche for everybody. There's a way to make everyone happy, all of your clients happy. It's just, you gotta be happy too. Right? So if you feel happy doing massages and you think your clients will appreciate it and you know you'll stay consistent with it, add it to your services. If you're just trying it out, like, to me that's like waste of time.
So you'll refuse a client that asks for a hot towel shade?
Say that one more time.
So you'll refuse
I
a
don't even
client?
take them.
Huh?
I took it off my like, it's not even a service.
So it's not even an option.
It's not even an option. It's like you go to our app and you click hot towel shave as a service, my name will not show up.
What app do you
Right?
you
You
guys use?
Dre, you ain't coming with me.
What is it about it that you like?
The time it takes, I don't enjoy it. You know what I enjoy? Sharp lines, really dope silhouettes, really blurry blends. I enjoy doing that all day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I want to do that all day.
So I work at a older shop, and the girl, she doesn't really care about the shop. She was just kind of like handed over to her.
Yeah.
So sometimes we kind of feel hesitant about raising our prices because the shop isn't like up to date, you know, or has any of that stuff. Do you feel like that matters?
I mean, it helps, but I don't think it matters. Right? I'll be honest with you, my shops aren't the nicest shops at all.
I think that's why we've kind of been debating on adding certain things so people feel like they're getting, you know, more for their money, but I mean, we would be doing more work.
Yeah, I'm not into that. Like, there's got to be a time cost value, right?
Yeah.
There's a time cost value in anything. A lot of barbers ignore that. Like, it's cool that you charge $50 for a cut, but if it takes you 45 minutes to an hour, you're making less money than I am. And I charge $30, right? My average ticket is about $42, but I advertise $30. The reason why my average ticket is $42 is because I know how to upsell, but I know how to upsell things that don't kill my time. I can keep 30-minute appointments and use a compressor. I can't keep 30-minute appointments and offer Beijing. It's not possible, right? So like you gotta think about that. What's time cost effective and what isn't? So to me, if you advertise $20 and you get more traffic flow, but you're a beast at upselling, more power to you. Do it that way. You're working smarter and harder. Yeah? So that's just my thing behind it. So like, again, there's also passion and money, right? Like, which was more important. If you're okay with taking a little bit more time, making a little less money, but you're loving your job, you know, do it.
So you'll do a hot towel service, but the
Go back to the hotel service.
$50 for it, right?
No, I won't do it because, again, the passion is there.
Okay,
The passion
like
is
it.
there.
I thought it wasn't money.
But I actually love doing color enhancements. Like once I line my man up and I put the color on him with the blend, it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. I'm excited for the color enhancement part. I can't wait.
Is that like an add-on that you do, or like?
Yeah, it's an add-on.
How much you charge for your enhancements?
So if I'm just doing the hairline, like I'm literally just gonna do here and here. I'm gonna start $5.
Right.
Okay.
It's like some cats just want to line up.
What about that guy that you did, the tutorial that you did with the guy with the short hair, like the light hair?
I'm using more products, so I charge a little bit more. I'll charge like $10.
Do you start off giving the enhancement for free?
Yes.
Done too, yeah.
Or only if I want to do it on them. But if they come to me, it's their first time, and they're like, bro, I saw this picture, can you do something? Yeah, it's $5.
That's right.
I don't know. Every single fade. Just trial and error the whole haircut. Right? I didn't know why something worked. When you don't have so much guesswork when you're doing the haircut, organically you're gonna speed up the process, right? And then I created created a system that works. And I use this fade system on every texture of hair, on every wave pattern. I use it on everything. If it's a fade, it's a system I use.
Time yourself. Try to beat your own time.
Like once I'm at, if I can do 30 minutes, I'm happy. If I can do a detail everything 30 minutes, I'm happy. That's my sweet spot. I don't want to go see that.
Have you ever timed yourself to see how fast you can go?
No.
No.
I haven't. What's the fastest you
I know.
7 minutes.
7?
Yeah.
I do appointments on Saturdays.
Sometimes
I get every haircut done in 30
people that
minutes.
come in,
But then
they
my regular days,
they
like,
run
it's
late.
fun,
Hey,
you
get
know,
you
like,
in the next
I feel like I can't get
I
them.
say, let me cut you in the
You know what it is? It's like mentally you're prepared for a full day. There's no time.
Right.
Gives me that time. That's right. Yeah.
Over there, I'm right next to a gym and a CVS. CVS, a gym.
I got the razor.
Crazy.
Okay. Some LA street food right here, guys. So last night's look and learn, I didn't get a chance to close it out last night because it was just so damn busy at the. I videotaped so much last night that I ended up losing power on my camera. So I was using my phone. That's what I was vlogging with. So, but you know what? To close out this vlog, I just want to share, guys, that I appreciate Chris Bossio and Shannon for putting on the Look and Learn. And, you know, to me it was super interesting. Not only because you see other people, the way other people cut and the way that they run their businesses, but you get ideas of how they're doing things in other states, you know, and just networking with all the young barbers. That was the best part, you know. Just meeting all kinds of barbers, meeting a AZ cut, say it was good to meet you. Finally met him face to face. You know, passing out and just networking with other barbers. That's what it's all about, guys. This is our industry, and you know what? And you're never too old to learn new tricks. So that's why I continue my education every day. I keep an open mind and just be humble and you know, do the right thing. Always. That's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. But I appreciate you guys watching this vlog. And grind on.